parents, teachers, administrators, and fifth grade students at today's graduation ceremony. I have been in school for 6 short, amazing years from kindergarten to fifth grade. All throughout, I have had phenomenal teachers and administrators. My year of kindergarten was an absolutely amazing year. I had Mrs. Schrader as my teacher. She was an awesome teacher who made all of us kindergartners feel special and comfortable in our first year here. In kindergarten, we did so many fun activities like making pumpkin bread, pumpkin pie, and butter. That year, we all began making new friends. Many of us are still friends today. When I was in first grade, I had Mrs. Lees. She had a beautiful voice, so I liked listening to her talk. First grade is when we all learn how to read and write stories. We also got our first report card with A's, B's, and C's. It was the first year many of us experienced the joy of doing homework. In second grade, I had Mrs. Erebod. Mrs. Erebod is a very kind teacher who had plenty of control over her class. Around Christmas time, we all made gingerbread houses made of graham crackers, frosting, and candies. It was in our second grade year where we all learned how to do reports and projects. I did a project on snakes and a famous person in history. Most of us did our first science fair project. It was also in second grade that we really got into reading counts. Some of us even learned lunch with the principal because we learned lunch with Mrs. Ward because we read so much. In third grade, many of us began having 2 teachers. I don't know about you, but it took me a while until I got used to this new schedule. I had Mrs. Caudill for my homeroom and Mrs. Smith for my switch class. Mrs. Caudill and Mrs. Smith made my year in third grade one to remember. We did many fun activities in third grade. One of the activities I enjoyed in third grade was going out to the garden to find and observe different insects and arachnids. The third grade year was also the first year we all took the FCAT test. Many of us were nervous, but it turned out not to be so bad. At the end of the year, we had a water balloon flight and slid on the slip and slide. That was an exciting ending to our third grade year. Fourth grade involved a lot of writing. Although I didn't like doing all the writing and writing homework, I did think Miss Kearns was a great writing and math teacher. Mrs. Powers was a fabulous reading teacher who helped me to increase my reading fluency. 2 things that stick in my mind from 4th grade were the visits to the Little Red Schoolhouse and Pam's Garden. Boy, am I glad I didn't go to school long ago. I would have had to sit in the corner with a bonnet on my head. Now as we all moved on to 5th grade, our final year at Jerry Thomas Elementary School, I was lucky to have Mrs. Boutte and Mrs. Kelly as my teachers. Mrs. Boutte is a flawless reading teacher. She encouraged all of us to read more and taught us how to read even more fluently. Mrs. Kelly is a very intelligent math and science teacher. She taught many of us a lot of useful things at school. She encouraged me and every kid in my class to work harder to receive a good education. Sometimes Mrs. Boutte and Miss Kelly may teach in a slightly different way than the district wants them to, but in my eyes, they have taught us better than any way I could imagine. This year, 5th grade was probably my favorite classes. This year, 5th grade was probably one of my favorite when it came to going places. We went to the movies,